Oxnard, California, everybody. What's going on? I hope you're all having a great day. I'm Larry. She's Mary. We are here to cover Dallas Cowboys training camp 2024, of course. All right, so today we just got in. I was out doing live shots at Magoo Point Rock. Mary got over here to the team hotel to get team arrival and some sound bites. Now, if you go to KSAT.com, the sports page, we have a story online right now, 12 storylines to watch for Cowboys training camp. We're going to talk about a handful of those topics right now. Mary, I'm going to start. I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb. That's one of the ones that I wrote about. Of course, people expect him not to be here for training camp because he wants a long-term extension. I think he's making about $18 million this year, which is certainly an awesome payday. But I understand he wants long-term protection for him and his family, so it makes sense. So it's going to be interesting to see when Lamb and the Cowboys can strike a deal, because he really needs to be at camp, Mary.
He does. It's a huge loss because he is the core of this team. He's the superstar, and he proved that last year. I think, when you're talking about wanting to make top receiver money, and as we know, Justin Jefferson from the Vikings just kind of reset the market with his monumental deal. CeeDee Lamb wants some of that because he had similar numbers to Justin Jefferson last year, even though Jefferson was injured for part of the season. So he's earned his spot. He's extremely valuable, and I'm eager to see when this deal, or if the deal, happens. Yeah,
so we picked 12 topics because we're KSAT 12. It makes sense, right? So Mary, give us one of the topics you wrote about.
So Tyler Guyton, especially during the offseason and leading up to training camp, a lot of the attention, maybe not in Dallas's case this offseason, but usually it's on the rookies that the team drafted. And Tyler Guyton, an offensive lineman, one that has a lot of promise. Is he going to start this year? That didn't appear to initially be the question. He is the future of the team now with the departure of Tyron Smith. So we know he is going to be the long-term option up front for the Cowboys. But in his first season, reports are indicating that Chuma Edoga could start, and maybe start in certain situations, and maybe in situations where the team's facing a guy like Myles Garrett, kind of preserve
week one
the
at the
young
Browns.
Talent. So training camp will be a great place for us to see, is Tyler Guyton going to be the guy right away, or are they going to take a season, hopefully not the full season. I personally want to see him play right away, but to determine when he's going to start.
And then staying with the offensive line, two spots over, center, I expect that to be perhaps the best battle in training camp, because now that Tyler Biadasz is with the Washington Commanders, the Dallas Cowboys don't have a starting center. And it seems like the two that are up front, Brock Hoffman, who has a year under his belt, I believe, and he played one game at center last year for the Cowboys. And then you have rookie Connor Beebe. I just feel like this is going to be such a fascinating battle because, let's face it, when it comes to offense, it all starts up front. The Dallas Cowboys are known for that offensive line over the years that they built with Zach Martin and just all the great guys that they have. So they need to get this center position solidified.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking on that same trend of the Washington Commanders, I guess, there was the departure of the defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, to the Commanders. And with that, the Cowboys hired former Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer, a defensive-minded head coach when he was in Minnesota, a strong reputation for his defense. And I bring that up because my next topic is talking about Jordan Lewis, cornerback who is coming off of a tragic injury, to say the least, but he's had a full year of recovery. He made the decision not to leave like a lot of the defense did to go to the Commanders. He stayed with the Cowboys, re-signed with them, and the opportunities he has under Mike Zimmer seem to be better, and he actually spoke on this today. I want to quickly pull up the quote if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
But he said he feels like in Zimmer's specific scheme, they don't know much because training camp hasn't happened yet, but from what he's been able to see, he feels like he has more of a bigger potential for a bigger role, more opportunity. And hey, a lot of the defense feels that way in what Zimmer's high-flying defense can bring. So that'll be exciting to see. It sounds like a lot of positive perception, I guess, going into Zimmer's defense.
I'll tell you what, there are a lot of questions surrounding the Dallas Cowboys this year. You know what? There's never a dull moment when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, that's for sure. Okay, so that's just, 4 of the topics?
Yeah.
So again, go to KSAT.com, the sports page. It's 12 storylines to watch entering Dallas Cowboys training camp. This is day 1 for us. Of course, tomorrow will be day 2. The players officially report tomorrow, and they will hold their first practice on Thursday. We've got you covered on air, and we've also got you covered online right here. Mary, great first day.
Yes.
All right, we'll talk to you all very soon.